SQL can get messy fast, especially as queries grow in length and complexity. And writing clean code is not just about style. It is about making your queries easier to read, debug, and maintain. One of the first best practices is to put commas before column names and place each column on a new line. This keeps columns aligned, makes them easy to scan, and reduces mistakes when adding or removing fields. For naming, use lower snake case for columns and aliases, for example, total_sales or customer_name. This is consistent and easy to read compared to mixing uppercase, lowercase, or spaces. For SQL keywords like select, from, where, and join, always use uppercase. This highlights the commands clearly and makes them stand out from table names and column names. Indent nested parts of a query, such as inside case statements or subqueries. This helps visually collapse or expand sections and makes the logic easier to follow. Adding inline comments is another important habit, especially for filters, case statements, and joins. A short comment explaining why the logic is there can save hours later when you or someone else comes back to the query. The same goes for commenting your CTE blocks. Before each with clause, add a one-line note explaining what that block does. This makes it clear why each step exists, instead of leaving people guessing. Use consistent table aliases. For example, if you are joining orders and products, use O and P, not random letters like X or Y. This makes the query readable at a glance. Break long queries into smaller steps using CTEs. Instead of one giant block, split the logic into stages that can be tested individually. This makes debugging far easier and also makes the query self-documenting. Avoid long select blocks written on a single line. Spread them out so each field is visible and aligned. And finally, name new columns meaningfully. Avoid generic names like kernel1, result, or temp, and use names that clearly describe the content, such as total_revenue or AVG_order_value. These best practices may sound small, but together they add up to SQL that is easier to read, easier to debug, and easier to maintain as your queries grow. And clean code is not just about style, it is about professionalism and efficiency.